Childhood is supposed to be a time for fun, not worry. But an alarming number of our kids are feeling anxious. In fact, the Young Minds Matter survey, conducted by researchers at the Telethon Kids Institute, found 1 in 14 Aussie kids has an anxiety disorder.
There are lots of common causes of anxiety in kids and lots of different reasons why children will worry, and that'll also differ by their age. So for example, separation anxiety is a normal developmental stage that happens for all babies at around 6 months of age, and that's totally normal. For little kids, common worries are things like loud noises, the dark, being separated from mum and dad, strangers, animals like dogs, monsters, that kind of thing. And then as kids get older, their worries change. So they might start worrying more about fitting in with friends, being accepted at school and amongst their peers, performing at school or performing at sport or music or whatever it is they do in their spare time.
But how do I know when to worry about my child's level of worry?
When it's getting in the way of normal everyday activities. So for example, if I get a bee sting on my hand, I might feel a bit nervous the next time I see a bee. And that's a completely normal, common reaction that we'd all have. But if my worries get to the extent where, say, I don't want to go to the park to play with my friends anymore because there might be a bee there, or I'm too nervous to leave the house in case there's a bee outside, that's when we start to think, okay, I might need to enlist some extra help here.
And Jessica has 3 main tips to help you manage your child's anxiety.
1!
Talk about it.
Talking about what anxiety is, what that might be like for your child, and working out what their triggers are. So it might be working out where in their body they feel anxiety. So, sore tummy today, or racing heart. Or if you notice your child's looking anxious, talking about what thoughts they might be having. So what's making you hide today? And then talking that through. The goal is not to get rid of anxiety. That's unrealistic. All children will be anxious. It's to help your child understand that they can tolerate and manage the distress associated with anxiety, so that anxiety itself doesn't become a scary thing.
2!
Model healthy behaviour.
So if you're feeling stressed, say, look, mum's feeling a bit stressed at the moment, and talking about how you're getting through that. So I'm going to take a few big deep breaths. I'm going to think about what the problem is and what possible solutions there might be, and then I'm going to feel better once the worry passes.
3!
Validate their feelings.
So for example, your child might be feeling really worried about a maths test. You might say, of course you're feeling worried. Maths tests are a bit scary, aren't they? And then you help them to confront that fear and say, okay, you can take a few deep breaths, you can tense and relax your muscles, you can practice some maths at home so you feel prepared for tomorrow, and then you help them to confront their fear so that they know that, hey, I can deal with this anxiety and it's going to be okay.
And if you still have concerns,
if a parent is really worried about their child's levels of anxiety and think they are getting to a point where they're getting in the way of their child living out their everyday life, there are definitely lots of places to seek help. First port of call could be their GP, and they can help you get in touch with community services or private services like clinical psychologists who can help your child talk through their worries with things like cognitive behaviour therapy.